They were thankful to me, and our agreement ended there. Now, a week after that, they reached out to me once again, offered me a position as a developer in their company, which I agreed to take. And I got my salary fixed, I got my working hours fixed, and I started working for them full time. Now, an important thing to note was in every call where the CEOs and me were present, they were always talking about giving me equity in the company. I had an incentive to work hard and gain some equity in the company. And they were always talking about growing the company to $100 million valuation and then getting acquired by some big tech giant, which would set us up for our futures. So that was
wherein you are the mule and the business owner kind of sits on top of you, and he always keeps on showing you these false promises and hopes of the future and things like that. So ideally what happens, as per my knowledge, is it's either 85 to 90% the company retains it for its founders, for its investors. The remaining 10%, 5%, or even in some cases some clients had told me that there was just 1% of shares. So what they'll do within that 5%, they'll want all employees to fight for shares. And whenever people say that, oh, we'll give you more shares and things like that, essentially what they're saying is that now within that 5%, we'll add more weight to it. So how this concept works is, you might have seen that the earlier an employee joins a startup, the more benefit he gets. The reason being that, let's say, now assuming this 5%, we take this 5% as 100%, right? So the first founding member can get 10% of that 5%, the next member can get 5%, and things like that. So you see, with every successive addition, the percentage that is left for you to, let's say, quote unquote, own or feel part as an owner of the company is getting low and low. But a lot of people kind of hide that, and partly because not a lot of people also like reading about how generally things work. And business owners, a lot of them use this principle of selective honesty. They'll sell you dreams and hopes and aspirations. But in our country specifically, like, let's say if I speak from India, and I think this gentleman is also kind of working remotely from India, dreams don't pay the house rent, dreams don't pay for our electricity, dreams don't pay for our kids, dreams and hopes for the future don't negate the present living, right?